Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Tuesday. Hopefully everybody is getting through the work day smooth. Top of the afternoon and early evening to those in the UK. And oh yeah, uh, happy Wednesday to those in Australia. Keep forgetting y'all way ahead of us. And top of the morning to those on the west. Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. If you missed it, you can catch the replay. Definitely with some jewels being spit. I mean, because again, we do have problems like that are resonating in the world now, and we have to start being more. We got to start being more on point. Got to start being a little more, vigilant to what's going on. Period. You know, when you have women who are suffering from postpartum, um, you got to try to do the best to uplift them, but also make sure they seeking the help that they need. Because in the long run, that could be a danger for her and her child. Miss Queen, what's going on, baby? And see, last night's conversation, was definitely, was definitely a positive one and one that was needed. It could be a part two to that because again, we can't take away and overlook specific situations. Like again, postpartum is a form of depression. It's a different form of depression, but it's still a depression nonetheless because it could drive you to do something to yourself or others that you wouldn't normally do. So again, I would tell y'all women who are going through things like that, please make sure you are getting the proper help that you need. Because again, life preservation is supposed to be the key to everything. You know, but I really felt like that was a great topic, and like I said, I'm gonna do a part two, and I definitely appreciate the ladies for hitting that panel when I do that part two to, because again, I want to get y'all, just to the situation basically. Because again, I know some people are gonna always have different opinions and different views on the topic. But the main thing is still letting the people know that you have people that are adamant on, seeing something great. Frugal Mama, what's going on, baby? And again, we have to start bringing those topics up too. I mean, depression is something that could mess with anybody. That's why I said I bring general topics that I know for a fact mess with everybody. Depression can hit anybody or any community on any given day. Let's not get that twisted. You know, for some who might have missed it again, you can catch the replay. But I brought up a story that was just broken yesterday, but the situation itself happened on Saturday morning. So I'm assuming that they didn't know anything about anything until sometime Sunday morning or late Sunday. So, but for those who might not be aware, 40-year-old head oncologist and also a professor at one of the hospitals that she dealt with. She killed herself and committed. Well, she killed herself and her baby. So basically, murder suicide, and is linked to postpartum depression. The husband was on a business trip when all of this was going down. So, it's crazy. This coming from somebody again that has nothing else better to say in the morning. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Go read something. Go educate yourself. And again, I'm gonna need you to come up with better vocabulary before you come in here. Thank you. Try again. Now back to the lesson at hand. Um, yeah, foolishness. We don't deal with that in the morning. Did you at least brush your teeth, wash up, do anything? Did you even go read the morning paper? Oh, you didn't. That's why you came in here. Um, I'm gonna need you to again get your vocabulary game up, bro. Because I could have called you a million names outside of what you just called me, and all of those names I would have called you would have definitely had everybody laughing. But then again, it definitely would have got me sniped. So, like I said, play your position, good brother. Hustle, what's going on, my guy? See, for those who might catch this replay at some point and look at the replay chat, you're gonna see why I always say what I say. Got one that loved the hell out of me but refused to say it. You got one that just refuses to let things be. So I'm gonna continue to keep stomping on it till you get the drift. Like, but then again, I'm not. Haley, what's going on, baby? Ron, what's going on, my guy? Um, again, this is what I'm talking about. People that got time to worry about what's going on with me and not worry about what's going on with them. I'm actually talking about something and breaking down something that we were speaking about last night. And again, if you don't got nothing good to add to the convo besides Mook and Chunk, um, grow up. Like I said, sit in your basement comfortably, collect your food stamps or whatever, and shut up and watch people do what they do. Cruising, what's going on, baby? Now back to the lesson at hand and back to the breakdown. For some who wasn't in here last night, I broke down the story again about 40-year-old head-on oncologist. She basically murdered suicide. She killed her child, which wasn't even 5 months old, and then killed herself. Postpartum depression. See, and even topics like this. Oh, Mr. Fake Jerry, if you wanted to be such an ass, you could have did that last night. Oh wait, my fault. You don't troll when it comes to real topics. You like to troll when you think you know it's something you could disturb, but you can't. y'all be crazy in the morning. Uplift your spirit, wake up, actually thank the man upstairs that you woke up, and then proceed to do what you do if that's how you want to feel. Come on now. Again, we got people that's not going to wake up, and right now, that's not a funny situation. That's a hurtful situation when you hear something like a woman is committing murder and suicide in the same token. Same thing with the men. It's depressing. It makes you feel a type of way. If it don't make you feel a type of way, then that means your humanity is gone. Telling you, like, it's certain things you just can't poke fun at and play around with. Because when it does hit, and especially when it hits close to you, you ain't gonna know how to take it or how to deal with it. And you're gonna be looking for those same people to, yo, how did you manage to? Gotta be mindful of what you joking around with, what you playing with, and who you playing with. Because some people are just not playing. Again, we don't play little kid games over here. We have grown conversations. This right here is a conversation that is needed. Again, I would sit there and give my best advice to some of y'all who might be going through it again. If you know you could be suffering certain things or you seeing specific symptoms, go get yourself checked out. Go get yourself looked at. If you feel you're depressed more than one way, go get the help that you need. Whether it's professional help or go find the people that you know you can trust and that you can resonate with. Go get that help before you end up doing something to yourself or to possibly your child. Your mental stability, your mental peace, and your mental space are the most important things because that's what's going to keep you moving in life. You know, and again, I could feel and sympathize for that dude because again, you lost a child, you lost your only child, and you lost your wife. So I can understand his pain definitely. Sonya, what's going on, baby? I think that's the saddest thing about it. You know, loss of life, loss of two lives basically. But I could say three in that instance because his life is never going to be the same. My wife and my child gone. I might have to start over again. I'm scared to start over because I don't want the same thing that happened to me twice. This is what I'm saying. Some people go through things differently. And again, if you know for a fact you're going through something, oh, I know Haley, I know you out there, and I know you at. But again, you just gotta get yourself right, and that's the worst thing in the world when you suffering in silence. I would encourage a lot of you men and women who are going through it to not suffer in silence no more. Go get the help that you need that's going to keep you here. Because I'm telling you, once you hit a certain part of depression, there is no coming back. It's either you going to do it or you're not going to do it. I appreciate you, Sonya, and you always more than welcome. Rachel, what's going on, baby? Ryan, what's going on, my guy? But again, we have issues right now that need to be addressed and need to be focused on. Like again, depression on any type of level, it needs to be it needs to be looked at. It definitely needs to be addressed. It definitely needs to be fixed or at least situated to a degree where we won't have as much of these situations happening. Again, there's nothing hits different than hearing murder suicide, especially when it's got to do with the kids, especially the innocent babies. That's not nothing to be overlooking. And some people actually laugh at this situation or try to say, oh, you dumb for doing that in the first place. No, they're not dumb. They went through something. If that's the case, then some of y'all who had family members who did that, you would be saying the same thing about them, but you won't. So again, be mindful of things that you say and the things that you convey, especially on here, because you never know who's watching what, and it could be that person you making fun of, or the family person that you making fun of that will get hold on you. What you don't. People be doing the utmost sometimes. My bad, y'all. Like again, last night's conversation was needed. And even though nobody hit the panel, it don't matter. I still feel like we had a good conversation, and there was definitely some gems dropped in the chat as well. You know, Serious, what's going on, baby? Again, last night we definitely, we needed that talk. Because we ain't just speak about postpartum depression. We spoke about the fellas who suffer from them head injuries like CTE and all along those lines, head injuries. There's a lot of people that don't believe that head injuries a lot of times can cause mental depression too. It could definitely cause a strain on your brain because you're not thinking as logically, and you're not thinking the way you're supposed to think, or you're doing things out of impulse, or just out of sheer whatever. you know you gotta definitely make sure you in full control of what's going on with you. If you feel a certain way about something, your body feel off, feel out of whack, go get yourself checked out. Some people get clinical depression because if they're constantly in and out of hospitals, you know, they might be suffering from specific ailments that they know they're gonna have to, you know, go through the struggles with. that can make them depressed as well too. Chef, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. Um, that's what I'm saying. You have to be definitely in good raps. Your mental clarity is again the most important aspect of you living. It's not just your physical, because you could be physically fit but mentally unfit. Trust me, you know. And you could be mentally fit but physically unfit. That's why I say sometimes it's good to get out. I think that's a good way to deal with depression, in my opinion. Sometimes is just getting out and taking you a good walk. See, when I have my morning walks with y'all, I'm not just talking with y'all. I'm also keeping my mind clear. I'm also keeping my mind off of the negative that I see and witness every day. And that token right there, that's good. When some people will sit there and say, "Oh, you just no," I'm doing something that's beneficial for me, and that's keeping my mind clear. Chilltown, what's going on, my guy? Frankie, what's going on, my guy? I see you up in here, man. If you was blessed to wake up this morning, definitely make sure you giving your praises to the Most High, and prayers to those who weren't able to make it to the day, might not be able to make it. And we talking on all levels. Healing prayers to those who need it, definitely, especially if it's on the physical aspect of things. We want you to feel better and be better. Just keep yourself prosperous for 2023. Madeline, what's going on, baby? Y'all already know, if y'all haven't done so by now, y'all can drop links and show each other some love in here. Definitely good people in here. For some who might just be coming in, again, if you missed last night's conversation, you could definitely catch the replay. I am gonna, highlight something, and I'm gonna do a part two. I'm just gonna implement an open panel on that because, again, we can always break this down. You know, that's the way that we actually try to get to problems and problem solving. A lot of times, we gotta assess certain situations and break it down the best way possible. Doesn't matter how, as long as it get broken down. Because again, we want to see better. We want to see people succeeding. We want to see people at their best, even if they are going through a rough time. We trying to make sure these people don't end up hurting themselves or the people around them. Because again, that type of situation hit different on all levels. Oh, okay, I hear you, Madeline. Oh, snap. And for those who was, in the chat part of the conversation, you know, some of y'all was definitely dropping some gems in the chat because I was paying attention to a degree, you know. But again, like I said, when it comes to postpartum, I know when it comes to you women, it's tough because you're dealing with, a hormonal imbalance and everything else. And they do try to say that, you should try to have kids before a certain age because the older you get and you having your first kids, it can be a little more dangerous. And we've seen it from time to time again. But I've always felt postpartum affects everybody because you got some young women who didn't know what the hell to do. They done lost their mind in the same token and then did something that was costly. One of the situations that happened in my area happened with a woman that was battling depression, and she had more than 3 kids with her. And she ended up drowning her and the kids. Because nobody was there to help her. Nobody was paying attention to the signs. And that's what I'm saying. As a community, we have to start paying attention to specific things, especially if it's with people that we claim to love and have respect for. If I see one of my peoples right now looking like they out of wax and I know that's not them, I'm gonna stop on my damn self. I don't care. Like, yo, what up? What's going on? And vice versa, because I've had some people tell me, nah, son, you look like you was on one. Your whole facial expression just said like you ready to go to war. Something's going on. Because you never know what somebody is going through or what is triggering them or could take them off that edge. If you catch it in time, you definitely good. You know, and again, because you might have just saved something right then and there from happening. I'm in a city where you see a little bit of everything every day, every moment of the day. There's no way to get around it. You have some people who have committed suicide by jumping on the train tracks. Some of these people already was either clinically depressed, they was already mentally unstable, so on and so forth. And again, we see revolving doors to where situations end up happening like that. You know, it's time to really like get the community together when it comes to learning these things because it's needed. You're not peeping certain signs. Guess what? It could be a tragedy happening right in front of you, and you not even know it, or you're not going to know how to deal with it at that time frame. So you have to think before you do. Think is only right, you know. Think is only right. That some of y'all just, get back together as the community and start thinking about the things that are important. You know, and any type of depression that you're dealing with, that's important because again, that's going to be the difference between life and death. That's clear balance right there. Chase, what's going on, my guy? You know, I think that's where we lost a piece of the humanity because some people will actually sit there and laugh and provoke and poke fun at you and think that it's funny until it ends up happening directly towards immediate family or immediate friends of yours. So it's not a laughing matter. Somebody killing a baby and then losing it or killing themselves, that's not a funny notion. And you got people that will dead laugh and poke fun at it. That just goes to show you where their humanity is at. It goes to show you that they don't give a damn about nothing until it hit rock bottom and it hits them. And then they still might not even care. If they are that soulless and that gutless, they don't care about nothing. I think that's the worst thing ever though. You know, again, losing losing life. You know, and again, that baby wasn't even 5 months old. And again, I'm not mad in per se. I'm saddened because of the choice that was given. Wasn't even given. The choice that was just taken at that moment. There have also been stories where even if people still have done the unthinkable, they didn't harm the people that they loved. And I'm talking about they really didn't harm them. They didn't think about taking their lives because their lives was they felt in shambles. Sometimes it be the higher intervention sometimes that'll keep certain situations from happening. So again, y'all gotta have to start getting in tune with what's going on in your society, even in your household, because it be the simplest things that will bypass you that could cause the biggest damage. You know, and I still feel again, had that husband been home and not on that business trip, that could have been avoided. Now again, we know there's certain things in life that's just written to happen that way, and there's no way to get about it. But there are other things that are not written. You know, a lot of times it's just you're gonna catch that. You know, and again, when you got people who are not being considerate of feelings and emotions and everything else along those lines, This is where some of these people end up taking that taking that step that they shouldn't necessarily have to take. Again, no matter what you're going through in life, and I'm speaking to those who are suffering from any type of depression, I would hope that you get this message and hear this. You are still blessed one way or another if you are able to wake up in the morning. So don't take that for granted. And if you think the easiest way out is taking yourself out, it's not. You think it's easy for you, but it's not going to be easy for them friends and family that really do love you and didn't know anything. Again, I can speak from experience because I lost a friend, and I lost that friend only because I just missed the phone call as I was out and about. Now, had I been able to answer that phone, I probably would have been able to keep him here. And I blame myself to a degree, but then again, I couldn't blame myself. It was only so much I could do. That was out of my hands. And you have some people, again, who will feel that if they, quote unquote, real ones are not there for them in the time of need, this is where they will just lose all hope. But I want y'all to understand that too. Even if you think you losing hope, you still have an option. You still have time to clearly think before you do. Uncle L, what's going on, my guy? Patty, what's going on, baby? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in this morning. Again, this is just something to think about. Depression hits hard on all angles. I don't care what kind of depression anybody has, it do hit hard on all angles, especially if it ends up leading to a murder or suicide or both. And again, prayers to those who might have been through it recently. And I'm talking about just really going through it. You got to understand life is precious. I want y'all to understand that too, the ones who are suffering. Because again, I've been through depression. It might not have been as severe, but it could have gotten severe. Again, sometimes death right there will cause that trigger to some people. That's where my trigger was at. Death. Like I said, back-to-back deaths within the family, friends. Between a 2-year span, I wasn't my best self on all angles because I just couldn't understand anything. Couldn't understand why most of the people that I knew watched me and really like with us even right now, they probably would have been with me on this podcast wilding out too. Why? Because they believe in what's being said and what's being done and what needs to be done. Even before I thought about anything along those lines, these was people that I know for a fact would have definitely been giving out this work as well too. Yeah, depression will drive you to do certain things. But then again, you gotta remember too, there's only so much you're gonna be able to hold in before you actually have to unleash it. So if you're gonna have to unleash it in the most positive way that you can. Or at least find somebody that's gonna be an open ear for you. Sometimes you need to get out all that aggression, get out all the sadness, the pain, the hurt, the frustration. Get all of that out. Because again, at the end of the day, your life is precious. I want y'all to understand that. Your life is precious. You know, we know again some people deal with death differently. To a point now, it's to a point now where, you know, it's not about who or what. Or not even what or why. Because again, you just gotta ask the question, how do I keep myself strong? Knowing I've just gone through a whole bunch of stuff I shouldn't have to go through. How do you keep yourself strong? Again, just catching yourself, taking deep breaths. You know, keeping yourself away from anything at that moment that's going to draw negative attention or give you that negative vibe. Get away from that because that sparks the bad seeds that you don't need. Christy, what's going on, baby? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You want to know what I did, Uncle L? At one point, when I did go through my little, nobody even knew that shit. Me, tell you that right now. Even the people around me didn't know. It was certain things I went through. I ain't discuss. I ain't say nothing about. And those was triggering factors that I know for a fact I could have did myself wrong and everybody around me wrong. Want to know what I did? I literally do like I'm doing every morning. I found something for me to do that got my mind off of it to where I could control it and then bring it out the right way that is needed without hurting myself or the people around me. I started taking my morning walks. At certain times, if I wasn't writing bars, I was reciting bars in my head on some freestyle tip. I was doing a little bit of everything that I knew was going to be good for me. I got back to that happy place. Why? Because I thought about all the things that I did, things that I was still doing and still doing that's actually keeping me motivated. And just for the simple fact that I'm blessed to still be here, that goes to show you. I could have went down any road possible, even with the good foundation I did have. But it goes to show you it can be done. You're gonna go through times, you're gonna go through tough situations, but you have to be strong enough to face them. See you, Christy, up in here, called Willing, baby. And that's just how I did it. Now again, I would tell those people who feel like nobody is listening to them, there is one person that is listening to you. Whether you believe it or not, that person is hearing everything. You just have to find a common way to let it out and express it without harming yourself. Again, you want to be here and be beneficial in more than one way. You know, regardless to what, there are things in life that you can take control of, and you have to just be strong even on that. Is no difference. Either which way, you have to be strong. You have to be mentally fit and capable to take care of these situations, so it don't be a dire consequence. Again, take into consideration you are obviously still here for a reason, because if your time was up, if your works was done, you would not be here. There are situations where people have done so much work in their life, and when they have passed away, they've accomplished a lot. And the most accomplishments you should be really thinking about is again passing on the knowledge, the wisdom, and the blueprints for the better future, especially for yours and the people around you. You keep everything in motion, at least the good things. Keep those back in motion. Nah, you already know what it is, Uncle L, because again, look, I've been through it. There's certain things I still ain't tell people. Not love them to death, but I won't tell them. And the reason why I won't tell them is because I don't want to trigger my damn self again. So I left that shit alone. There ain't nothing that would harm them in any way or make them feel any type of way, but that would trigger me. So I left that shit alone. I take that because it's just some things that shouldn't be unleashed. Especially, I know I still have to follow by guidelines and protocols just in general, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Because me saying it from a logical sense with no emotion or nothing, some people will really go off the bat. I ain't doing all of that. I'm not going to take myself further back when I've already done come so far. And again, anything I would have said as far as the things that I went through recently, or even back then, wouldn't make nothing no different. But again, why put myself back in that repressed state or depressed state, and now I done messed around? No, I won't be the same person that I am now. My mind will be back cluttered times two. You can't clutter your mind with the wrong things. Again, for those who are going through certain depressions, there's only so much you can control in your life. Other things you just gotta again give to God and let it, and let him handle his works. You gotta stand on your forefronts and handle the works that works for you and that you can control. I'm keeping it honest with you. The more you focus on the negative stuff that you're going through or that you see everybody else going through, it'll drain you. Whether you believe it or not, it will drain you. Because again, we know we all want to see some sort of perfect world, but we're not gonna ever get it. We're not. We could try to reach for that, but again, we ain't gonna get no perfectness. But we could try to get back to some sort of like righteousness as far as bringing back what we need, bringing back areas where again we could, help stop some of the depression from getting too deep and out of hand. Like shout out to Letitia, she did say something that made a lot of sense last night. But it actually made a lot of sense because I thought about it, and it ain't different from what we was doing back in the days in the community. She said the tribes, they would have somebody helping the newborn and the new mothers for at least up to 6 weeks. At least to make sure they getting the proper balance of rest, so on and so forth. But this ain't nothing different from what we was doing back in the day. It's just the difference now. Everybody is for self. They feel like even the biggest tribes have broken up and went into their own factors and sections because some people just don't want to agree or they just don't want to live the same type of mindset and live in the same confusion, which is understandable. Then you got those that should really wake up out that time. We have to start showing better humanity, compassion. Because again, anybody could go through a form of depression. Any form of depression could lead to serious aggression and a hard life lesson that will mess everybody up. That's why I'm saying, even when I have these talks that I have with y'all, I don't care if it's 3 times a day or if it's once a day. When I do bring something, I bring something. And this is what I'm saying. I know when it comes to postpartum, yes, some of you women do go through it. Not gonna say all of you because some of y'all actually have a good support system. I'm saying for those who don't, I would advise you to still find some way to get you some sort of help. Even if you feel the world ain't hearing nothing, even if you feel your close ones ain't hearing nothing, somebody is hearing it. Trust me, it's not going unheard. You have to remember that part. Again, I don't have to be believing a specific religion, right? To believe that there's a higher power. That's a higher entity that is running things. Because again, if you felt there's not, you would be able to control everything, including your own destination. Sometimes you don't even know where your destination is taking, but you know you're taking it. We just have to get back to, loving ourselves, loving the people around us, uplifting, encouraging. Again, for the new mothers, it wouldn't matter if you were young or if you getting up there. If you feel that's what the situation is, I advise you to still go get all the professional help possible, or find the people that you know you really love and resonate with, that you can trust, and sit down and talk with them. And that goes the same way. If your people claim you love the people that you love, then you better make sure they uplifted. You better make sure they really good. Like I told you, I got too many people. My inner circle ones, I see and talk to them on a daily. The ones I don't, I still see and talk to them on a daily when they hit me on the video chat or whatever. Only take 5 minutes. Even the people that I do reach out to from here, only take 5 minutes. Because again, 5 minutes could be the difference between life and death. You don't know what somebody could possibly be going through, and you want to make sure they're good on all angles. King Bear, what's going on, my guy? What up, bro? Definitely appreciate you, Sirius, for dropping them links. Um, Definitely some good people in here, supporters and content creators. See, again, we gotta try to uplift the people the best way possible. They stay uplifted, and we gotta make sure that the people who don't like change and positivity, stay clear away from them. At least until they strong enough to realize and analyze the things that they need to do. A lot of times, again, you just got to keep yourself away from the negative forces. Some people will say, "Oh, it ain't easy, but it ain't hard neither." You just got to be willing. See, if I wasn't willing to just accept the bare facts that I need to accept, I would not be here talking to nobody on neither level. Sorry to tell you that. That's where my mind was at. Again, there are things some of my people, my closest people, don't know. I locked that in the vote because that was also part of a depression that would have definitely had me on the wrong side. And it'd have me on the wrong side only because it had just been me against the world, and that's not even the case. Everybody would have still been like, "Nah, shoot, you bugging." The hell you mean I'm bugging? Like, it got that bad. Like, I would have did harm to not just myself, but people, everybody around me. And who would that have been good for? Nobody. Again, some people deal with death differently. Some people who really jump out the damn window. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's the truth. And I'm saying it that way because I went through it. Like I said, my mom's passed, and then everything else went behind that. I didn't care about nothing. I honestly didn't. There's things right now, if I was to tell my cousin, and that's my ride or die, that's my ace. He'd be like, "Yo, you was really thinking that? Yo, bro, what the hell?" Yeah. Not, it goes to show you. It'll take one thing to break your balance and break your peace of mind. But in that same token, you have to be able to be in control of that. When I realized where everything was at, I just had to get back on track. And that was really about it. Mookie, what's going on, my guy? So again, depression will mess with you on all angles. And for those who, again, are adamant and saying that you love and care for these people, you better make sure that these people in the same token are getting the necessary help that they need. Even if it's just 5 minutes out your day, if you claim you love somebody, give them 5 minutes of a conversation. That 5 minutes could probably help out. Tamika, what's going on, baby? But when you have good talks like this and conversations like this, sometimes it do go over some people's heads. Why it goes over their head is because you're not understanding the clear message. Clear message is we have to do better. We have to stop poking and provoking certain situations. Because again, you don't know who's going through what. And that's all it takes sometimes is the wrong type of negativity to push somebody over the edge. Craig, what's going on, my guy? Oh shoot, I gotta turn my screensaver up, y'all. My sucker done went down. I ain't even peep you in the chat, Craig. Coming out the coming out the bush of shadow hugging, man. Appreciate you for that, Craig. Hold on, we got you, boy. We got you, boy. We got you, baby. And we ain't playing. We got y'all. I got one of them back there.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Kents, what's going on, babies? See y'all up in here. I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, Again, I would tell y'all that, you know, if you are suffering from some sort of depression and you feel it's going to take you well out of your element, please go get the help that's needed. Please do not be encouraged. Do not listen to all the negative. I don't care if somebody told you you ain't going to be ish for the rest of your life. Don't let that seep into your head because guess what? In the long run, you might outdo them. 702, what's going on, baby? You know, again, you have some people who are just evil and spiteful and will try to take you down that road just to see you crash out. Don't let that happen. Again, be in control of your destination and that shit. And especially if you have kids that's in the midst. Because there's nothing worse than you causing harm to yourself or harm to yourself, them, and the family around you. Or just yourself, period. Again, it hits different. Even down to the fellas, man. Like y'all know y'all listen, we all suffer from depression, men and women. That's something that we ain't gonna never get through if we're divided. We have to be able to come together and bring that type of, you know, sincerity and compassion to people that need it. I never make fun of people, even when I thought to make fun of them, I wouldn't even do it. You know, and that's the thing. That's one thing you can't. You right on that, Craig. You know, because you have some people that are going through it. Like even for you new mothers, that might again, I would advise you to get all the information you need, especially on postpartum depression or any type of depression. Start knowing the signs and the symptoms and the signals and getting back to, you know, preservation of life. You have to, you know, because that's what we was doing back then. That's why there were certain things that we didn't necessarily have to go through. We didn't have to go through them as much because we all was in tune with each other, in tune with the families. Period. We not like that no more, and that's the sad part about it. We really not like that no more to a degree because everybody is focusing on personal and just you know childish juvenile behavior and just childish and juvenile hate for each other. I'm sorry. My choice of words today is called juvenile because a lot of this we should get past already. I might not like you, you might not like me, but if we trying to come together to stop something that we know is affecting everybody, we need to get to that. So, exactly with 702. Like I'm telling people, it don't make you less of a human being if you have to get professional help. But if you got people that's around you that you know is really going to keep you uplifted and always going to make sure that you're good, you need to open your mouth and talk to them. But then again, too, you quote unquote friends and family, y'all gotta be aware of the symptoms and the signals. So I'm saying, get your knowledge when you need it. Like I said last night, it does start with a strong family background. Like that situation right there that I spoke about last night. For those who might just be coming in, 40-year-old woman killed her baby and killed herself. Postpartum depression. Husband wasn't in the vicinity at that time, was on business. And I know that happened on Saturday, but it was just reported yesterday. So that means he probably either came home to the news or somebody broke the news to him. I still don't know the whole details of that story. And I'm going to definitely catch back up on that one. But again, it's just sad because look, 3 lives destroyed. You got 2 gone and one that's never going to be the same because he done lost everything that he felt was important. Word, what's going on, my guy? Again, and I told somebody this, and I'm gonna say this again: postpartum for the women, it'll mess them up. Not just it doesn't matter if they happily married or not. It'll mess them up. Any form of depression will mess you up, whether you happily married or not. You have to peep the signals and the signs and really get ahead of it before it becomes a problem. And that's the real facts about it. That's why I love having the conversations that I have because again, I feel at some point somebody is definitely getting something that is needed. They getting the right type of conversation that's needed. That's really about it. All in all, though, that's how we got to do it. Come back to conclusions and come back to terms that there's things that are bigger than us that we really have to stand on. You know, we have to remember that. And the more that we get, the more we get the help that we getting, the more that we really like are committed to this, we'll be more. We can make the numbers grow as far as specific things that we need if we uplift the people that we need to. I wouldn't care if you was from my community or not. If I know I can help you in any way, shape, or form, that's just me because I've always been that way. You know, again, we got to stop putting labels on everything. At some point, they're not, look, there's not really that many things that divide every damn community if you want to be technical. I'm just breaking it down today. And I ain't putting up no copyright because I already got it in the damn title. No, I didn't. I got it in the description. I'm just being raw and uncut this morning. I ain't putting out no false narratives or no nothing. I'm just keeping it a buck right now. You know, we really gotta come together and start doing what's right. Because again, why should those people have to go above and beyond and hurt themselves or the people around them? Because some of y'all are not doing what's right. You're not doing the work. Again, you have to make sure that you peep the signs. If I see you look like you about to definitely do something to harm yourself, I'm gonna stop. Even if I gotta hurt myself, so be it. And I've done that once or twice already. Damn near hurt myself trying to make sure my people ain't do some wild shit. Again, it hit different. Again, you got some people that's walking around clear as day depressed. But when they're also getting kicked out of these facilities that's helping them, that's keeping them under wraps, that's a problem. So you're gonna get these things you're gonna get these things happening and you're gonna get this walking around. Right now, I just walked past the whole dude that I know for a fact got mental health, and he's walking around looking like he ready to do something, but I'm still on point. Because I don't put nothing past nobody. See, I'm one of those, I'm compassionate, But don't get it twisted. I'm still going to do what I got to do. That's called preservation of life. Letitia, what's going on, baby? And this is what I'm saying. Like, we have to start putting the best implements back in society. You have to. We feel prime example. There's not enough programs that's dealing and also giving more education and awareness to things along that nature, like any type of depression, whether it's clinical or not. We need to get back to that. We have to start caring at some point. And again, it hit different, especially when you know it's close to home. So think about that before anybody thinks to try to make some sort of funny joke about it, before anybody thinks to try to get crazy with it. Just think about those people who are the most affected. Think before you say and think before you do. These type of situations are not funny and not to be trolled with. Period. And it's amazing how it just rained and now all of a sudden it's hot and sunny like nothing happened. But the ground's still wet. I like this. I like this. We got to come to that conclusion in that term again. We have to start thinking better. And we got to start making these people feel better about themselves. You know what? Again, some people go into depression because they being picked on about weight, height, you know, physical appearance, so on and so forth. That'll drive somebody into a depression. This is why I said this is some things you can't make fun of or poke fun at because it can end up happening to you or somebody close to you. 1.1 million without power in those regions. Oh wow! See, this is what I'm saying. Be things like this going on. Oh shoot! Hold on. I just got a Google News report. A man just lost his life in Italy. Apparently, hold on. What the hell? My bad. Let me get this correct. And this is world news. Man crushed to death by falling wheels of cheese in Italy. Oh my god! And that's a oh wow. May that man rest in peace. That's see, even freak accidents sometimes happen. You know, and it is sad too because especially if you're doing a job, yeah. Oh man, I don't know what to say about that. Neither that and the 1.1 without power. Yeah, definitely healing prayers, and hopefully y'all end up getting your power restored. And that's what I'm saying. We got things that we talk about all day, every day. At least over here, we talk about real situations. We talk about real things that's happening in real time. Most of us are not delving into all that stupidity. That's why I'm gonna keep my channel the way I keep it, and I'm gonna keep the people around me the way I'm gonna keep it. Who don't like a good conversation that's gonna open up ideas that's needed. It's time for us to stop feeling so defeated on all angles and come together. Again. Sharonda, what's going on, baby? Oh yeah, my fault. Happy Taco Tuesday to everybody. Who over here making the tacos today, man? Oh, and also, Healing prayers to James. I don't know if he got home from the hospital or not. James was in the hospital on Sunday, but he managed to catch the late night live edition. Um, Definitely healing prayers to him. Hopefully that they let him home. Um, and also healing prayers to Angel. Angel recently had death in the family, brother and uncle. So, you know, definitely make sure y'all pray for her and keep her in prayers, like keep everybody in prayers. See, I'm real with that. I ain't no phony individual. I don't gotta be the most spiritual, but I'm just the most logical. Like I just believe in having a perfect balance, even though we know life ain't perfect. This is a perfect balance right here. Way we building is perfect. That's the way you keep the blueprint. And when things ain't as perfect, you still know how to control and steer what's needed. See, like for those again who missed last night's conversation, it still was a good one. I left the panel open for everybody, but I know again some topics like this, it do get a little bit touchy sometimes. But anytime the link is dropped, y'all already know. I always do appreciate everybody that chime in, because you're giving clear knowledge and you're giving good views. Again, you gotta love the process and love the build. And this is what we're gonna continue to do: bring these bring these situations to the forefront and bring them to light. Definitely appreciate you, Sirius, for dropping those links. You know, I always, oh yeah, congratulations to those who just got monetized recently or on the way to being monetized or partially monetized, either which way. Continue to grow your platform the way necessary. Keep doing what works for you. And definitely just keep the blessings going. You know, if y'all need them watch times, whatever, y'all do what y'all do. Know me, I ain't shady. I ain't no Saw baby. Again, there's good love right now. You know, my fault. Uh-huh. Glad I don't work today. Well, I'm glad I don't work tonight. Somebody got to deal with that in the morning, and it ain't me, baby. Hold on, Craig. Got you, Craig.
What up, brother?
What up, man?
How's everybody doing?
I'm cooling. Trying to find me some shade right now. My morning walk then went from a calm, cool, collective one to I feel like I'm gonna have to change the shirt now. Nah, I really just got hot, and it just rained like 20 minutes ago. That's what I'm saying. Like it just rained, like it's still supposed to be raining, and then the sun just came out of nowhere. Like, sorry guys. Like,
And you know that goes right back to the conversation that you're having.
yeah,
Mother Nature doesn't care whether we're having a bad day, whether we're in our feelings, or whether we're in our soft spot. Mother Nature just does not care at all. So it's our responsibility to care, to take up that responsibility.
facts. The
You
hell
know,
is it?
and like I said in the chat a few minutes ago, if our enemies are struggling and we don't stop and take a moment and try to help them, then we're no better than they are. You got to start putting that pride monster in the corner and start being human.
You're right. But when you try to do that, look, in some situations, you still end up getting the same results. But you
Yeah,
can try to help those who might be willing to actually listen. Like, and some people do again. But you're right. It's the pride, bro. Like, look here. I don't have to fully like you for me to say I could come together with you and do something that's beneficial for the people and for the community. That's not a problem. But again, but I feel like and you know what it is too. Sometimes it's just the simplest divisions. A lot of times, I gotta have more than you. That's like if me and you did a business together. I don't feel like I gotta have more than you. I don't feel like I gotta backdoor you or do none of that extra stuff. Nah, we came from the same damn. If we coming from the same struggle and we came together, building together, what the hell is going to stop us from continuously growing together?
well, it's a pride monster that gets right in your face because you got the envy and greed that you think that you have to have everything. You're going to leave this world with nothing. So
Exactly.
if you don't use everything you have available to help somebody else, even if you don't like them, why are you judging them? I don't care who it is. If somebody comes to my door and wants a meal, I'm going to feed them, and I don't care what I need to do to feed them.
Man, but I always felt that was the worst type of blessing to deny anybody because they're blocking your blessings. Like that was something my mom was adamant on. She was like, "Look, I don't care, even if you don't feel comfortable giving somebody something as far as money wise. If they say they hungry, don't never deny them no food because it could be you in that same circumstance one day. That's why I don't. Like I said, my mom's taught me a lot of lessons, and for the small time frame I did have when I was having good convos to a degree with my pops, it's almost the same way. Some shit you just wasn't gonna do. Like, yo, listen, you need this? Yo, what you about to? It don't matter. Look, you hungry? Come on, I got you. Realist, what's
Well,
going on, my guy?
it's really sad that we're in a situation where they're training children that they don't have to lose, that they don't there's no failure because when they get into the real world and the real world smacks them in the face with failure, they don't know. You can't give a participation trophy for life. I mean, it's not the way that it works. At some point, you got to figure out how to lose to win.
Facts. It's no different. Like I said, in order for you to achieve greatness, a lot of times you're gonna have to fail. You're not gonna have everything off the rip. Like, look, I failed. If I want to say I took a failure as far as me doing content, I took a failure at first by not seeing certain things I should have saw already. But other than that, I'm on the way to greatness. And that's what I'm saying. We're building the way you're supposed to build with the people. And I'm glad to be a part of that. And again, these convos do help people in more than one way. And some people that to get them building and start doing certain things, even helping those who are already out there. And then these are just healing conversations a lot of times. Some people need to hear that. It's going to be topics you ain't going to want to touch on because it's going to definitely, it's going to trigger some people. But again, it does start the process of healing. It does show that some people actually take into consideration what the hell is going on around us.
Yeah, and you do have to love people, but you don't have to like everybody, and not
Yeah.
everybody's for you. But it doesn't mean that you need to step out of your
Uh,
sometimes you just let things be what they are and just accept it. Not everything's about you. And
yeah,
sadly,
my bad.
where the family most toxic thing that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Facts. My bad,
And
y'all. I had to mute up real quick. Damn helicopter was wild crazy. About to say who they looking for. I ain't do it. I was just having the conversation. I don't know who did it. No, but
and
you have to educate them. If you don't, you basically losing half of the battle. And you losing half of the war because how you not gonna be knowledgeable on certain things? Like if I see that you depressed, bro, I don't give a damn if you was 8'2". Yeah, my nigga, let me holler at you real quick. What's going on, man? Like I'm going to try to do my best to get you in the, because I've had people tell me like, yo, even when I ain't want to laugh, bro, you had me laughing because you knew what the hell it was and you knew what the assignment was. I said, bro, because I've been through it. I said I had multiple people like, yo, so you good? Like the simplest thing to take somebody out of a, because you don't know where you already at. I could have been depressed this morning, and if I like yesterday, I really didn't do no live morning stream because I was depressed hearing that story. It kind of triggered me because I'm like, damn. I said I feel for homie too because damn, I just lost my first child and all this extra stuff. You know, like that hits different for especially for men. They think it's always just about women. No, it's about men too. We all go through some sort of depression. We all take a certain loss that definitely can affect us in the wrong way.
Well, we've had stuff happen in the community that can set my trigger, and we had a community member whose wife got violated. That doesn't sit with me. I don't stop messing with women and children. I mean, that's not what men do. You don't act that way. So, I mean, there are triggers in the world and things that are going to get the better part of your emotions, but you got to be able to check that at some point. And sometimes you just have to step back, you know.
Nah, big facts. That's what I'm saying. You know, you never know what somebody is definitely going through. And if you provoke that wrong spirit, guess what? You're going to get what's coming to you. I've always been a firm believer you get what you put out. If you putting out that if you putting out that energy of just sheer hate and just sheer ignorance and just lack of compassion and humanity, then guess what? You know, we already lost. And even for those who we try to wake up, some people act like they don't want to wake up.
You and I are a lot alike in that aspect. We can turn that negative machine full bore in a half a second, and it doesn't take anything. And there's no
Yeah.
apology once you get to that point. I mean, there's no apologies. Don't push those buttons because you're going to end up with a situation that you're not going to like. And that goes for messing with their people. Don't act a fool over somebody else's channel and thinking that you're going to be okay being here and being all nice and proper. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Nah, and that's what I'm saying. Like even these conversations, like I said, we be having, they are educational. They also are like uplifting because I had one person behind the scenes like, yo, don't stop doing what you're doing, bro. Like I like this. Like, this is a good vibe over here. You bringing some real facts. You know, I done had a few of my people. All right now. Uh-huh. You know, and I've had some people tell me straight up, like, yo, these conversations are needed. Keep doing that. You know, they are waking the people up. If not waking them up, it's just making them feel good about what could possibly be. Again, we have to get to that bigger picture. We have things that are bigger than us that we really need to focus on. And how we gonna focus if we ain't uplifting the people the way we supposed to?
This fake woke culture that we're in right now needs to quit too. People need to wake up, but they don't need to be waking up like the woke culture is trying to wake people up. It's fake garbage. It's a Hollywood elitism trying to put shame on people for no reason. We got to stop doing that. We got to quit allowing people that are wealthy and think that they have some kind of stature to dictate how we live our day-to-day lives.
Facts. See, like I said, I'm more saying like I'm not even talking about when I say the people need to wake up. I ain't talking about on some how these people talking about it. I'm just saying in general, us as getting back to humanity. It's just some things again I would never tread the boundaries on just because I didn't come from that. If it was if my mom's was to ever see like prime example, if my mom's was still here, and if I ever thought to get along a certain line, she probably still grab me by my like, yo, what you doing? Are you serious? You know better than that. Come on, man. Now just for that, I need you to go do this. Like, why? Like, it wasn't done back then. And even when I thought to do it, she corrected me. If it was certain things my pops did happen to catch, he corrected me. That's what kept me on the all right.
Yeah. Well,
Because again,
nowadays,
when you young, no, because
kids
again, when you young, you're gonna go through it. Yeah.
nowadays the kids think they need to tell the parents that they're what they're going to accept and what they're not going to accept. My
Oh
kids
no.
ever like that, I would swat them quick. I'm not even playing. My grandkids won't even start that. They know better. You know, you got to have that family vibe where we've got certain things that are acceptable and certain things that aren't.
That, that's why I say it got to be a fair balance because not saying you got to be a tyrant or you got to run like a communist kingdom, but in the same token, you got to have that perfect balance. Like there should be respect, there should be codes, there should be levels to things that should never be broken. Again, like miseducating the kids, that's a level that should never be broken and never ever should be in the works in the first place. That's why I tell people like there's certain conversations I'm going to have, and regardless to how some people may feel, it's needed, and I'm all for it. Like, and this is what I'm going to continue to do because if it does bring a balance, and if it does bring somebody some sort of peace and some sort of joy, I'm going to do it. That's just me. But I'm still going to live my life in the same token. Like, I don't have to complicate things, and I don't have to overexert my energy the way I don't need to. I only focus my energy on the things that's needed. And right now, the most thing that's ever needed in life is still just keeping your mind in a simple balance. You can't make good plans if you're not thinking straight.
Well, and if you can't check your friends and make sure that the people around you that you love and care about are not walking in the right light, and then you're not being truthful.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I
because
said it only take 5 minutes. That's just like right now, if I knew you was going through something crazy, or that's just like if I know I ain't see you or hear from you in a minute, take 5 minutes out. Now you acting light skin. Yo, you good? Like other than that, I understand some people are gonna do that. Some people do need to get away from people because they need that time to themselves, which is understandable. But then you're gonna have situations where you can't leave somebody by themselves because that's when they'll start doing the utmost and they'll have the wrong thinking process. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be more aware of certain things. It's about when to intervene and when not to.
well, back to that pride monster. Put that pride monster in a corner and realize when you need help and you need to ask somebody.
Yeah.
Even the simplest things when your brain gets confused and you can't figure out an emotion. Why put yourself through misery when you could ask somebody and have them help you work that situation out?
Yeah. So I'm saying is some things that should be simple to some, but it's not simple to some because they just don't want to. They don't want to put the best foot forward. And I'm sorry, you always have to put your best foot forward because once you start on something, you're supposed to be able to complete and finish and then start on something else. You don't
Well,
have to travel one road in life. Even if you're going to travel multiple roads, they got to be roads that you're familiar with and that you know for a fact. All right, I'm still going to get to my same destination on time. I can attack this from this cylinder, and this cylinder, and I can make it work. You might take some little bumps and bruises. Might have to fill up on some gas. Hopefully, you ain't pop a tire or two, but you're gonna still get to your destination.
I had a boss tell me one time that it takes 10 attaboys to make up for a lose. And you know what? That stuck in my mind for a long time, and I thought about that and really put some energy into that idea. And I came to the conclusion that we are human, we are going to make mistakes, but that we should never try to dwell on one mistake, and we should be trying to repair those mistakes tenfold because you never know when you're going to need that.
Nah, my fault. You right. I had to mute the mic again. Somebody was coming down the road with some music. You ain't giving me no copyright, baby. Oh no, no, and it was the song that got me a copyright on my video the other night. I'm not hearing that. Sorry, DMX, I love you, but your music get me in trouble on all angles, baby. Like, I can't even. I said, no, let me mute this mic real quick. But
That's a
no, but
prime example of somebody that should have got help. The tragedy should have never happened.
yeah,
Should have never happened. You know, and what a loss. And what a true loss of talent. Too many of those situations that occur, and for no reason. And why can't somebody say, "Hey, you're acting a fool. Sit down. You're acting a fool. Just sit down and chill out." Quit acting a fool. Could have made a big difference.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to come to certain conclusions and certain terms of, again, we have to figure out and keep the balance going. Like, we know people are going to suffer one way or another as far as depression, and that's something that's hard to deal with. Any type of depression, again, that hits hard, especially when it gets to a notion of you harming yourself or the people around you. And that's why I say, the simplest things you do can help somebody stay here longer, especially if you know they're going through it. And like, that's something that shouldn't be overlooked neither. Again, you know, and some people laugh at that shit, but that's not funny. And it's only funny until it happens to them. Then it's a problem.
Facts. And
Like,
anybody in the chat, if you think that you're having a bad time, you go talk to a realist. He'll set you straight. He will be blunt, brutal, honest with you and help you figure out where you're at. We need people like him that have a core foundation, and people like the Word and Nate and writers and so many other people that are willing to say this is where your reality should be. And if you're not here, what do we need to do to check that? Because you're in the wrong spot.
yeah.
And that's what I said earlier too. You can't be coming into here acting like you're all holy and then going over to somebody else's lives and acting an ass. People are going to catch you.
Yeah.
Nobody's got time for it.
Oh no. Well, whenever I go somewhere, mostly everybody know what the hell happened with me. I'm either somewhere in the club pregnant or somewhere acting a fool. But I'm not making or poking fun of things that I know I wouldn't normally poke fun at. I know how to have fun without having to make somebody the fun or the butt of my jokes. Sorry. I know how to have fun, Ricky. Wait, Craig. I know how to have fun, Ricky.
You can have fun with somebody, but you don't have to have fun on somebody.
Facts.
If you're having fun and that is causing somebody else some grief or pain, you're not really having fun. You're just being an ass.
Facts. About to say that one more again for the people in the back row that ain't hear that shit, man.
Don't be an ass. There are even people in the community that I don't care for, but I still love them people.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the Jello that fits in every mold for everybody. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to do you and be nice to people. Afford people their ability to have their own time and their space. Support the creator, the host. Put your pettiness in the corner.
Big facts. That's all it's needed. Because again, we got to get back to the bigger picture at hand. Like, for the future generations that are going to be here and they are going to be beneficial parts of the world, again, we have to give them the best possible blueprint and options in life and start putting new options into life too. Because again, like I said, we got people who are suffering from depression. We got people who are suffering from health problems all around the board, period. And then we got some who are losing people around them because of, traumatic situations, which again could start causing that depression. We need to start coming back with these talks because again, it's healing for some of those people, especially those who are going through. Nothing wrong with trying to just you know get back to at least some sort of betterness, man. It ain't gotta be perfect, but it should be better than what it is now.
No, and honestly, sometimes having flaws is a trait that is attractive for other people. So not
Yeah.
being perfect and being human is okay. Not being the guy that wins every situation is okay. You don't have to be the king, but you do need to carry yourself in a manner that you present yourself as king like.
Facts. Oh, let me hope I don't get no. All right, never mind. I thought I heard somebody call playing music. I was about to mute again. I'm about to tell you, Craig, hold it down, son. Told y'all try to avoid all of that on this main page, son. Nah, but it's needed though. I mean, it's needed when we sit here and have these good talks. It's not making us less than human beings or none of that. Again, somebody somewhere down the line, even far down the line when we long gone, we'll get some sort of message like, all right, we really had people that was, they was caring and they was understanding and they knew what the mission was. you know, Keep the ball rolling on all angles. That's what we lack right now, just keeping the ball rolling on all angles. Not going to stop. That's like us playing. Man, listen, if we supposed to be practicing for 20 minutes, if this is a sport, and we supposed to be practicing a certain drill for 20 minutes, we going to get those 20 minutes. Don't care. Like, we're going to have to, because if we slack, then look, we end up being a step behind, or we don't have that step the way we're supposed to have. We need that first fast step, but also the calculated right step. So it's going to happen because you got good people that's just seeing the mission already.
Definitely. And our queens in our community too work tirelessly to help everything in all aspects. And that's why we don't allow people to come in and disrespect our queens. And if you think that you're that kind of a joker, stay in the shadow. Don't mess with them.
Facts.
Don't mess with our kids.
Facts. And that's why I said I stood on what I stood on, man. Like, shout outs to Mary B and shout outs to everybody that I'm not playing. I do that for anybody though. Like, you're not gonna come over here and try to cause any type of distractions or any type of whatever. Not for petty madness and not for junior high tactics. If you mad for some reason, get over it. And if you don't get over it, find something that you can get over it. Like, find something to do. Go smoke your blunt or something. Like, and I'm sorry because it's not to sound insensitive, but some of y'all really just be causing confusion and chaos, and for what reason? Because you're that mad and you're that petty. And what could you possibly be mad about? If it's something that don't resonate with you, why should you be mad? Listen, that's like you being mad at me for something that you're doing. I'm not. How you gonna get mad at me? You are in control of your destination. You should know what's right and wrong. That's it. Man, listen. You got people that'll be upset because you saying certain things and it might sound insensitive, but everybody that know me know I ain't saying that from an insensitive standpoint anyway. But if you gonna misconstrue the message, then that means the message wasn't for you. Again, you gotta think about that. You can't bring everybody with you. The ones you can bring with you, shoot. Those are gonna be the ones that's also bringing back the big gifts that's needed when it's time to bring them back. I hear you, Christy. You know what I'm saying? In the process of life, you're not gonna get everything right off the rip. But the main thing that you should, still have is those good values, one way or another. I've seen people who was in situations where they didn't have the strong family dynamic, but in that same token, they learned a lot, they grew a lot, and they show it every day, and they bring it every day, and they're doing the best they can, and they're trying to contribute to the communities or to society the way necessary. Some of them they ain't never get no big break. They just worked hard and did what was necessary because that's what they felt to do. They understood what they said, the mission.
Well,
Like
regardless of what you do, something is going to change in your world. Responsible, you're going to be accountable and accept that there are things that you can control and control those things and sidestep the stuff that you can't control. You're just going to sit there like a up on a log and can't cave in on top of you. If you
big
don't
fact.
start taking some kind of accountability, you're going to end up in a quicksand situation where everything just starts falling apart every way around you. And you're not going to be able to get to a point where you can get solid ground.
Nah, you're absolutely right, bro. My bad. Another music moment. I'm telling you, you're gonna hear me muting, but I don't care if I do got this copyright up. It's hot. And people gonna be doing that a lot the rest of this summer. You're gonna hear a lot of music.
Part of that YouTube petty, you know.
Yeah, they being musically petty. They being musically petty on me right now. They said spin the block and spin it one more time.
Unfortunately, this is the platform that you're going to reach the most people. And yet they're going to have some of the dumbest rules. But that's not going to stop us from doing what we do. It just isn't. We're going to work around and deal with it.
I'm gonna start a series called YouTube's Dumbest Criminals. It's not, I keep on thinking about things. My bad, y'all. I'm smorgasbord petty for real. It's money.
You're gonna have Warren G as your first guest.
Nah, man, listen, the dumbest YouTube criminals, man, listen. They keep exposing themselves every day. Like even in troll phone, they keep exposing themselves every single day.
That's what I asked you earlier. If you're gonna have a eulogy for that pride monster. Because it does get the better of us. I mean, and it happens to everybody. Don't think you're immune. Don't think that your pride don't get you into situations where you need to be checked. I guarantee you that it happens to everybody.
I check every situation I'm supposed to. I don't care. If I gotta hit it with your frying pan, I don't care. I don't stop.
Look at that. We've been blessed already. There's riders in the chat.
Riders, you back, baby? No, Riders, what's going on, baby?
You talk about somebody that is out hitting the street hard and trying to make some change. Some understanding for that lady right there.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. You got people who really be on the forefronts one way or another in more than one way. And y'all should be respectful for that. Y'all should be thankful for that because in the same notions, y'all be crying and moping about, oh, it's not enough people do. There are people on here, but you're not paying them no attention. You're not giving them the time that's needed. You think that the conversations is going to be bland or is it going to be something you can't resonate with, but it's something you got to resonate with. Because when it comes to the future generations, man, listen, we got to start putting in them motions, them blueprints, and them building steps right now. Again, we are going to lose certain markets because of certain technology. You know this already. So why not try to get on that level of bringing the right ideas and tools together so we can put our own markets into play. Like people don't think about free market strategy. I'm sorry, like that's gonna be something I'm gonna try to delve into too. Like some people gotta get into that. It's a free market strategy. If you feel something ain't working, you got to put something in it that's gonna work. Period. Just like shouts to Harry, like we said something, and that was kind of on the lines where it's going. Put something in a little community pot, you know. Put something in the community pot where it's gonna be beneficial for the people in the community, not just the kids, but even the elders that want to still be out and have a little fun. Like I told you, there's people in my area. Sometimes purchase they'll purchase buses or whatever and do the simplest thing, like they going to the Atlantic City or they going on whatever trip. They going for a couple days. You know, sometimes they might just be going for the day. But even still, that's something. Getting up out in the community, getting a good, change of scenery, even inspiration. It's not hard to do so a lot of times. You gotta be willing to. You gotta put in that time and that work. Again, your blessings ain't coming if you just gonna sit on your backside all day. Gotta get out and do something. You'll never know what's lying around that corner. Oh man, I thought I had cloud cover for a minute, Craig. I was about to be happy. now my back burning again. Hey, help me, Jesus.
You were hopeful for a moment that was short lived, evidently. And Miss 702 is right. There are some people that take everything you have to give them. And then they'll leave you empty and then leave you with the void inside. You can't entertain people like that. You got to get people like that out of your circle. You have people in your circle that are reflecting the energy that you're giving them. And if they're not, then they're not the right people for you. The people that should be important to you are the people that are relentless in the pursuit of making sure that you have everything you need and the happiness that you need. You have your house in order, and when what you put in out get back tenfold, and people make sure that you're taken care of. That doesn't mean that you have to have $1 billion in the bank. You have to be riding around in a Tesla. But if you're having your basic needs met on a consistent basis, then you're in the right circle of people. If you're not, you're in the wrong circle.
Word. Oh, paranormal, what's going on, baby?
Hello, paranormal.
Realist, I don't know if I greet you, my guy, but I greet you, my guy. What's going on, my guy? See y'all in here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's not Taco Tuesday no more. It's Hot Box Tuesday. It just went from raining and cloudy to 1,000 degrees sunny.
That's just a reminder you got to hydrate, keep the fluids moving.
Oh, my Gatorade. No, I'm good though.
Gatorade, Powerade, H2O, it don't matter. Make sure that you get the fluids moving.
Big facts. Big facts. But I don't know. It looks like it's about to. That's the thing, though, Craig. It looks like it's about to rain again because them clouds still ain't go the hell away. It's just one side is like, yeah, play with me. Other side is like, go ahead. I dare you to play with me even more.
maybe that's the cloud of the toxicity washing away from your lifestyle and the BS floating down the river away from you.
Facts. Oh, I'll give you all the energy that you want. I'm gonna give you fat boy energy. If you ain't got a pork chop, don't come in here trolling. Matter of fact, Craig, I got something for them. They come in here trolling. I'm gonna let my man do the talking for them. Watch this. Watch this.
He said, I'm hungry. Feed me.
He told you, son. He see the ops, son.
Get out of my face.
He see the ops coming from a mile away, baby. Yeah, then that's the thing though, because it rained, but it rained for like maybe 10 minutes, and then it stopped, and then it got sunny, then it kind of rained again, then it stopped again, and it looked like it's about to start again. My scalp hurt. I don't know what to make of this weather, but I don't plan on being out all day neither. So
We had some weather a week ago Sunday, and I spent 4 days without electricity. So, and that goes back to being prepared. I'm alive and fine. Having stuff around you that you need to make sure that certain things are going to be okay if you're without certain things, it's important. You got to have your house in order.
big facts. Yeah, but that's why I said I enjoy these good old convos, and I have to make my apologies to those I need to make apologies to, only because I was supposed to bring y'all some hot love and music yesterday, but uh, I can't wait till my little cousins go home. I love them, but they've done too much already, Craig. They've done too much already.
We got Tracy in the chat. Hello, Tracy.
What's Tracy? What's going on, baby? Hope all is well with you too. Like I said, healing prayers to everybody that needed it. And again, y'all make sure y'all pray for James and Angel and a few other ones right now that need it. No change on them.
That, and, keep that mental health in the front of your mind, because you need to be checking on people you ain't heard from in a minute. We all are dealing with those demons on a daily basis, and make sure that your people that are in your circle are in your circle, and you're not ignoring them or leaving them out.
Nah, that's big facts. That's what you're supposed to do. Like I said, I checked her yesterday. That's part of the reason why I didn't do the morning live neither, because that's just me. I do that to anybody. Man, listen, I hit a few people yesterday too. But part of the reason, another reason, because like I said, I thought about that story, and it kind of like brought a tear to my eye, because I was like, damn, I feel for homie, and I feel for the family around it, because again, that's still a loss of life. That's why I said there's gonna be some days, even it don't matter if I go live once or three times, you're gonna always get something powerful coming to the conversation, and it's something that's needed. So I'm all for it. How they say, I'm all for the smoke. But again, that's what's needed. Healthy, strong bonds, and just making sure you keep the people, at least at their tip top on all angles. Don't hurt to care about the people you say you care for, and that goes on all levels, whether you want to take that into consideration or not.
I can't answer that real. I don't know why these big shot people need to give away stuff that's useless to people. And I've often wondered that myself. You see so much of that stuff going on, and it's like, that's not lifting anybody up. That's not helping somebody that's in need. That's just cluttering somebody with more stuff that they don't need. The material things in this world are the ending of our existence.
Nah, big facts. Um, that's why I was saying. The all in all mission though is to keep everybody at least somewhat spiritually uplifted. It is necessary.
And you just
My
need to
bad. I
be
had to mute the mic again. Running past train stations. It happens.
you get to the point where 87,000 people living on the streets in a city, and you just have to ask yourself why. Why in 2023 is that something that we deem as acceptable or okay?
Exactly. 12, what's going on, baby?
Hey, 12,
Yeah, you're gonna hear a whole bunch of stuff when I'm outside, but we're gonna get logical conversations, though, baby. You have to because I mean, let's keep that real because you might be going through something, and if somebody did uplift you, they could be going through something at some point too. You got to be able to do the same thing. But you got to be able to peep the signs. Like I said, if I know some of my people is going through it, usually I snap them up out of it. 'Cause a lot of times I get the, yo, bro, good looking for doing what you did that day. Because I was already on that time. So I'm like, yeah, I know. Trust me, I would know that. Y'all got to do that to me on certain occasions. But then again, that's always just good. Look out for the ones that look out for you. And you do show a blueprint to those who, you know, have they specific groups of people that they really resonate with. Like this is how you're supposed to keep the spirits uplifted on all ends. Don't matter. In order for things to get better and change, we gotta bring unity back into existence. Forget all that division. Division ain't getting us nowhere or getting us more headaches.
there's the Fidi.
Enough, what's going on, baby? Definitely appreciate y'all all for tuning in. Hopefully everybody enjoying their Taco Tuesday.
Hopefully everybody tickle that like button. And if you ain't scribbled, then you need to get your crayons out and fix that.
Slap that like button like it owe you money.
And slap it like it owes you change.
I want it all, man. Yeah, nah, because you need that. Listen, that's the most. That's a blessing on top of a blessing, and it comes back tenfold. Because again, you know, a 5 minute conversation with somebody that's going through some sort of turmoil and depression like that, you could possibly stop them from doing something right then and there. Again, and on the other angle too, you gotta be able to accept the help when it's given to you. Even if it's a random person trying to give you the help. Like I said, there's been situations that people was like, "Yo, why you even intervened in that?" Because I seen it going somewhere, and then what's gonna happen? How you gonna feel about it? Because you could have stopped it. I think.
Well, that's the Nate train coming through.
Mm.
You're gonna get on ride, get on ride, or you're gonna get ran over. It's up to you. But he's definitely put something through the neighborhood.
No, you're right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's just me, man. Because look, it's been days I look like I was about to go into a war zone, and bro, what's wrong with you, man? You good? Like, yo, you've been quiet all day. What's going on? You've been quiet most of the morning. This ain't you. One of my dudes that was sitting with me the other day when I was doing a lot, he was like, "Nah, son." He said, "I know you already." So he said, "I know you already, bro." He said, "You the same person you've been since a kid." Like, he said, "I know when you really out of your zone and when you." He's like, "Bro, like, snap out of it. We need you to snap up out of it, baby." Like, come on. So I'm saying it's just about being you. You're gonna have those who definitely are gonna be for you. You're gonna have strong friends, associates, family. Then you're gonna have those who you're gonna have to disassociate yourself with because if they ain't moving the way they should be moving, especially in that instance when you know it could go terribly wrong, I can't support that.
Well, and the other thing too is knowing that everybody has their days. And people
Yeah.
can be out of character sometimes. Being able to accept that that we're human, we make mistakes, and to be able to be a person and let things just kind of filter back out into the normal realm of things is how you know you can check yourself. But if somebody consistently has a bad day, then that's not an oops, it's a pattern. You know, when people can make a mistake, that's one thing. But when people continue to make the same mistake time after time after time, it's a pattern. And you got to be able to read those patterns and know when to cut people out of that circle.
Facts. Don't worry, I caught a lot of people in the net, baby. Like, oh man, you fat. Oh, man, listen, I got cursed out for doing that one day. I got cursed out. I still laugh at it to this day. My boy was a whole fool when he said that. He said, "You fat fuck." I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Nigga, I wanted to do that. You made me stop." I said, "I know. You welcome." Like, shoot. And I said, "You did that to me 20 times already, so stop it. I'm gonna catch you that one good time. I don't care how good you think you're in control of things. Sometimes you just need a level head. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a irresponsible hothead. But when there's certain things that really trigger me, oh no, I'm going off and I'm going to tell you about it. That's it." Oh, okay, now I got cloud cover again. Spin it one more time. You know, that's what you mostly need in life, a balance or just a good laugh. And, you know, even when you're giving these conversations, they do bring some sort of laughter to the conversation.
You see Mookie's going live at 8 p.m. If you don't have Mookie in your family tree, you might want to go check
I
it
don't like Mookie like that, son. I don't like Mookie like that, son. Nah, nah, we already know. Nah, I got him locked in. Like mostly everybody should be locked in with each other, and if you're not, definitely do so. Got some good supporters and some good content creators, and you got a mixture of both. Oh yeah, shouts to Liz B, baby. Somebody definitely make sure they drop her link in the chat. Definitely the sis right there. Like, that's what I'm saying. You know, you're gonna have people that's gonna resonate with you. You ain't on first break yet. You going?
And again, you're gonna have people that may not be your flavor, but that doesn't mean that you don't, be part of the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not for you, then move along. But you can't judge every book by a cover. Otherwise, you're never gonna find a story that fits you.
Facts. Hold on. What else just happened now? Hold on. Hold on.
The world's going wild.
Woman. Wait. What? Woman critically injured by a red shark. By a red shark bite off New York City's Rockaway Beach. Oh damn. The hell? Like I told somebody, there's always something in the New York Minute.
Yeah, and
I
that's
gotta check up on that too. That's crazy.
Mother Nature don't care. And that's why you got to be 2 steps ahead of yourself to where you're at and what you're doing. Because
How
Mother
you
Nature
doing?
really doesn't care whether you're okay or not.
Nah, son, there should be no sharks out here, son. Not like that. Like I'm sorry, son. I'm telling you because I done been to every damn beach in New York City. We ain't never had no real sharks. We might have had sharks wash up, but not in the water. We used the crabs, baby lobsters, and even seashells. The type that prickle your feet. Not no sharks and not no whale. Sorry,
Evidently,
baby.
that shark was hungry and felt like it needed a snack. Welcome back, Christy.
Well, you still got to figure out how the hell you got here, cause shoot, from what I thought, y'all don't like too much salt water. Y'all like the fresh water. I don't know, but that is I'm gonna look into that in a little bit. Oh, see, trying to get me a copyright.
No copyright. We're gonna make our own copyright.
Nah, they definitely try to give me a copyright just now with DMX. I ain't with it. I'm really not with it. I ain't gonna lie though. This is a good conversation, and we're gonna keep having more of these. Sound like I'm being rude. I'm about to be fat and figure out lunch. I'm trying to. I'm also trying to see if I can give y'all some music this afternoon too. Um, let's hope. Let's hope. At least the baby's asleep. Let them take their nap.
You getting hungry or Marlene with the boxes.
Oh no! When you wake up and don't at least try to eat something, I didn't even have a cup of coffee yet. Yeah, I'm slacking off today. But at least you know my mom was somewhere and I was keeping it that way. Even when baby Tonka truck try to come in here and troll, we usually how we do. We leave you right in the dust. Spin the block, spin it one more time. Mhm. Come back, you gonna be man down, and that's what's needed though. Healthy conversations that's going to uplift. Because again, even when people are going through depressing times, strong conversations that you're having, passionate ones, they going to lead to good. They're going to definitely uplift somebody that's needed. So I'm all
Yeah,
for it.
we got Letitia back in the chat chiming in. She didn't bring no cartwheels with her today. What's up with that?
Well, like I said, Cardi gang be disbanded sometimes. They be doing their own thing. Christy always going to be caught wheeling. I don't know why, but
You can't keep that spirit down. You're not going to get her into a situation where she's depressed. Karate chop you in the face with a big foot.
well, it's her and Angela. They always shout out to Angela. They always karate chopping somebody with the damn cartwheels. But again, you just you know you bring that good necessary message, and there's no telling how the day is going to turn out. Whether it's good, bad, or both. As long as as long as the message reached somebody and it touched somebody, that's what's most important, and that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna try to bring that balance that's needed. You have to show blueprint. It does starts with the conversations in the building. So you want to bless the people. You want to bless the people with something before we get up out of here. Definitely about to figure out lunch, and I think I know what I'm making today, baby.
Sandwich?
Nah, I did that yesterday. I'm gonna make something else. Oh, yo, I'm gonna make something else. I don't know. I might actually cook today. I think I got wings. I think I got wings.
He said wings. It's on now. He's gonna be in a food coma. Don't bother him. He ain't gonna get up till about 4 o'clock.
Nah, I still gotta take my time to cook anyway. So yeah, but I'm trying to be anyway. I don't know. I did want hot honey wings, but then again, I could change up my mind. I don't know.
The only thing I got to give everybody is to make sure you put that pride monster in check. Put that back in the corner where it belongs. Don't let that pride get the better of your situations.
About to say, you heard what he said, son. You heard what he said, son. Look at the face. Now you can look at the face for real. You heard what he said.
On his face, he ain't playing.
I hear you, man. Nah, I hear you, never. I know it's storming down there. I got some people not too far from you, I believe. So they said the same thing. It's storming down there, but hey, still a blessing. Like it's about to storm again. Look what happened. Look what happened. The sky went dark again. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be off and on today, but no, yet and yet, still a blessing. Still needed. And we never depleted, baby. This is just definitely a good conversation. And again, I'm gonna try to bring y'all some music sometime during the day. I could be back tonight with an open panel discussion again. But I do want to try to delve into that too, because again, all forms of depression do lead to horrible acts. And we got to try to at least keep those people uplifted so they don't take those horrible acts. You know, when we do that, you know, we make a start to something good. You know, bring back those programs that's needed. But
Yeah, hit that like button. Just like Mookie said, don't mess
mhm.
around. Get that, get the crayons out and get that scribble. You don't get that scribble right, you're gonna miss out. Hit the backup channel. Make sure you check out all the people in the room.
Big facts. You know, definitely some good people. You know, even for those that's in the shadows watching, they know what it is, man. Ain't nothing but love over here. So we gonna keep doing it. We gonna keep building. I'm gonna definitely figure out this lunch, and I'll definitely be back with the music, and I'll definitely be back with that open panel tonight. Y'all more than welcome to hit it. So,
Leave the clowns at the door. Thanks for having me,
yeah.
brother. Maybe
Oh, you already
glad.
know, Craig. You fan, man. You always more than welcome to pop in. Your shadow hugger.
Sometimes we gotta be in the background watching everything.
I know.
Sometimes we
I
gotta get the crowd in the backside.
encourage, look, but I encourage all my shadow babies to come out the woodwork sometimes, man. I be smelling y'all in the damn shadows, man. I smell the Bluntvilles and everything else in the air. Stop playing, man. Come out here and come show some love to my baby.
All right, I'm out. So,
You already know, bro. You more than welcome, man.
yep, everybody be blessed. And like I said, Gator, for somebody in a minute that's in here for sure they're okay. Because if you don't, then you might not get a chance to do it. So,
Facts. But definitely appreciate you hitting the panel, Craig. And, you know, hopefully somebody did catch something out of this today. Oh, we just gonna keep building and growing as a collective unit, and we're gonna keep everything in preservation. You know, and it starts with conversations of uplifting and even, you know, inspiration. You don't have to idolize somebody. You could just, you know, you could like the steps and even place those type of steps into your life. And you could do things your way, even just by that inspiration alone. So, you know, we definitely gonna be back later on, definitely. I definitely see some of y'all running around these damn streets. I know it. So y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics, real things. Like I said, I'll definitely be back this afternoon. Hopefully, I won't have the babies hogging up the whole TV. And if so, it might be a late one. So, you know, just be prepared for it. Y'all definitely stay safe. Keep your third eye open. And don't worry, I'm gonna be nosy. I know somebody eating lunch and putting up a food short. I'm being fat and hungry today. You know, be poking around in some of y'all videos. Don't worry. Don't worry. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.